just a little update of what's going to be happening for next month, okay? Um, some of you may not like this, and some of you may be okay with it, but you're going to have to be okay with it. And I got some bad news as well, okay? Um, so as you all know, um, sometime next month, I'm gonna be gone. Okay, I'm gonna be gone next month. Don't know when I'll be back at all. Um, so I can't make no promises, of that whatsoever. However, however, me and Daryl has made came to the conclusion, and me and him both have agreed on it. Okay, with this party chat yesterday, I beat God of War Ragnarok yesterday. Um, so I don't know when I'll be doing the post game, but if I do a post game, there won't be no webcam, there won't be no microphone or nothing. If it is a microphone, it'll probably when he's off, when he during the afternoon, probably out 2 o'clock in my time, which is 3 o'clock on his time, and it'll be commentary. It'll be me and him talking, discussing about some, just bullshit, stuff like that, and it'll be just me talking like this here, talking normally. I won't be raising my voice like I used to do. Now, some people like Gods and Monsters came to my stream early this week, and said, I'm here for the rage. And I said, there is, I'm sorry, and for those who wasn't there to see and hear the rage and bitching I usually do on my videos, sorry, but, and I hate to break this to y'all, but there was no rage or bitching going on in God of War Ragnarok. Why? I'll tell you one, there's two reasons why. Okay, there's two reasons why there wasn't no raging and bitching going on God of War Ragnarok, okay? The first one is this. The reason why there wasn't gonna be no raging, no bitching in my God of War Ragnarok is because, first of all, I had it on easy mode, which is story mode. And second of all, I have already beaten and did everything in the game for the PS4 version, okay? So, sorry to disappoint guys, people like Gods and Monsters that was here to hear the rage and the bitching, but that wasn't going to happen in this gameplay at all. Second of all, the reason why I'm talking like I am, quietly like I am, instead of raising my voice like I usually have been, is because I have a jackass living next door. And, well, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna go through the details with you on it. All I can say is I got a dumbass living next door, and he expects me to quieten it down, and here's how I see it, okay? I tell everybody, it doesn't matter what neighbors I have, okay? I always tell them when they first move in, you can do whatever you want in your apartment as long as you don't bother me. And I won't come over there and bother you. Well, he did the opposite, okay? And he did the opposite of what I said. And so therefore I'm trying to keep it down, gotta be a better place, moving next month. So therefore, and I've already talked to Daryl about it, And now, for those who are wondering, well, what about God of War Ragnarok? You didn't do the DLC. You didn't do everything in the game like you did on PS4. Well, that's the thing. All the side stuff that I haven't done yet, I will be going back to probably next week, sometime next week. Okay, I will get back to doing it, but there will be there will be no webcam, and there will not be no commentary. Okay, because you won't be hearing my voice unless I'm in a party chat with Daryl, him talking, cutting the shit, whatever, Usually, he has a bad habit of sitting here, uh, playing someone else's video or live stream like he did yesterday. And I don't know if it was caught on that one stream or not, but we're here listening to the news, what hurricanes hitting this certain town and these weather, all that stuff. Here's the thing, he should know whenever I get him in a party chat, he should know that I'm live streaming. But whenever he does, and he knows I'm live streaming, I was hearing an echo, and that it sounded like he was playing my live stream through his laptop, but I told him to turn it down, because there was an echoing going on. He said he heard it. He asked what you're talking about, so he turned it down best he could. By the way, Daryl, you're not in trouble at all. Um, and all that, but yeah. So me and him had made up our mind, and as of next month, we are not gonna be buying 2 games a month each month. We're not doing it no more. Okay. First of all, Daryl might be able to afford it. But with all with the bills going up and everything, the prices on things going up, I know he cannot afford it, okay? And neither can I, okay? So the bad thing is the bad thing is The bad thing is that start next month, I'm losing my sponsorship. What does that mean? What does it really mean? I'm losing my sponsorship. Well, people always kept asking me, Dragon, where are you getting all this kind of money to buy all these games from? Where are you getting these? And everybody kept saying it, For so many years, people kept asking me, where am I getting that kind of money to buy these certain games, So, I came up with an idea. Someone told me to bring out, every time you go off and make a video saying you're pre-ordering this game or you're buying this certain game, let them know your sponsorship went off and bought this game and give you the money to buy this game for you. I said, okay. And if they ask you who's your sponsorship, don't tell them who they are, because then they'll go off and try to figure out who they are, and then they'll harass them, and everything. I said, okay, no worries. So that's what I've been doing this whole time, okay? For so many years I've been doing that, okay? So I talked to my sponsorship, and they said they might be sending me a $75 PSN code next month, at the end of this month. If I don't receive it by sometime next month, then that means that they're giving up. They won't be. They're not gonna be doing it anymore. Okay. I've already talked to my boss about it, and he said, "How much do you need?" And he said he pays me money. Okay. He pays me the money that I work hard for to pay my bills, keep groceries in the house, get things for the house like toilet paper and air fresheners, stuff like that, And then he gives me a little bit extra money so I can take that money and buy like whatever game I want, So I talked to him, he got a hold of my sponsorship, and they told him that they may not be able to help me anymore starting next month. That they're having to go away, and they're not won't they may not be able to and they're gonna try their best to do it and give me send me a $75 PSN code, but if they can't, they won't be able to do it no more. And my boss said not to worry about it. If you can't do it, I got him covered. I'm gonna try my best to help him out, to keep it for him to keep his PS Plus extra going, plus so he can bring him one game. Not rent, excuse me, not rent, but pre-order one game. Okay. So me and Daryl have decided. Daryl asked me about the game called Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. And I said, go ahead and get it. This coming Friday, go ahead and get it. He said, okay. I said, that way so that way we can do a full gameplay of it next month, or sometime next month when I get back, after we get done finishing Far Cry 6. He said, okay, no problem. And I said, next month. I told him next month I want him to go ahead and pre-order and pay off Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. I told him I want him to go ahead and pre-order it next month. Okay, I told him, I said, you go ahead and do it. I won't be able to do it until for probably a week, you know. But I told him, I said, when I get back, I'm going to pre-order it right there. I am gonna get that game, and it won't be only one game I get. He said, what about Resident Evil 5? I said, we're gonna put that to the wayside. Okay, we're not going to get Resident Evil 5 right now. It's only $20, but we're not gonna do it until either you can go ahead and do it whenever you want to, but I can't do it until probably until June or something like that, because I gotta put money back. I'm gonna have to start putting money back to where I can actually, pre-order games or buy certain games. So I cannot do this anymore. I really can't. I'm losing my sponsorship for good next month. Maybe lose my sponsorship for good next month, and therefore I can't afford all these games like I've been doing. Okay, giving y'all all a little heads up on that. So start next month, we're only getting one game. Me and Daryl both. We're getting one game because the prices on the bills is getting out of hand. They keep going up on it. And Daryl I know Daryl can back me up on that, because he has him and his wife has their own bills that they had to pay, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, for example, last Friday he had the money to buy a game, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. He thought he let me down because he couldn't get it. And he told me, he's like, man, but I couldn't get that game. He said, we had bills up the ass that I had to go off and pay. That me and my wife had to go off and pay, and I felt like I let you down. At which I told Daryl, I said, look, don't you ever say that again. I said, you did not let me down. Most importantly, you did not let nobody down. Okay? But here's how I was raised. Pay your bills first. Your bills comes first. Then whatever money you have left, then you buy whatever you want. That's how I was raised. Okay? I was raised that the bills comes first, and then spending money on whatever you want comes last. Okay? And I told him he doesn't owe it to me. He doesn't owe it to you guys. He owes it to himself. He owes it to his family. And he does not. He did not. And he said, "Man, Dragon's gonna be mad. Maybe I didn't get the game." No, I told him. I said, "No, I am not gonna be mad at you. Nobody's gonna be mad at you for that. You have bills, Daryl. You got bills just like just like I'm gonna have bills. We it's a it's an adult. Everyone, for those wondering, especially who are teenagers that don't have bills of their own, bills is this is what real adults do. Real adults have bills you have to pay. Okay? That's just the way life is, you know. God, Gods and Monsters, he understands that. People like Gods and Monsters knows that. People like Red and Nation Roberts, she understands that clearly. You know, her and her husband understands that very clearly. You know, people like Baring, you know, he probably more likely he lives by himself, and he probably lives by himself, and he's probably paying rent. He's probably paying the electric bill. He's paying all this kind of stuff. He owns it, or he owns his own house, whichever. You know, people like me, we have our own bills we gotta pay. You know, but yeah, let y'all know. But I didn't mean go on a little rant like there, but to let you know, start next month. When I come back. Me and Dale will be continuing our co-op gameplay at night of Far Cry 6, and we will be getting Killer Clowns from outer space. He's gonna be pre-ordering it before I do, because by the time I get back here, I probably won't be back for a couple of weeks, probably. It just all depends on how fast I get my internet going up and going. Okay? So there you have it, everyone. Thank you all so very much for watching, and thank you all so very much for understanding. I am going to have a special video coming up pretty soon, here probably today or tomorrow, that y'all might want to be interested, that y'all might want to be looking out for and might be interested in. 900 subscribers.